Something I read was, it was just a post, but it rang something in me because I feel it needs to be said. They said essentially that feminism has created whores in the Western world, especially in white women. I don't believe that. I have a lot of men's rights activist friends, and I consider myself a MRA in some respects, and I don't believe feminism created over-sexuality. I believe capitalism did that. I do believe that feminism was exploited by capitalism, but I don't believe feminism in and of itself promotes that ideology and that sexual decadence and debauchery. Because, from my understanding, most feminists realize that sex in itself is the class struggle. Sex in and of itself is the struggle women face to be beautiful, to be popular, to be attractive, to find a mate, and they realize that sex is a tool used against them. Sex is used against them to crush their egos, to crush their wants, to crush their desires. They're not to go to school, they're not to work hard, they're just supposed to be a wife, be a trophy wife, be a mantle to be hung on a wall. That's how a lot of real feminists feel, and it's true, and it applies to men too. We're just supposed to have sex, make spawns that can pull the levers like we did, and then die. That's what our role in life is. And feminists realize that. That's why feminism is reactionary, but it's understandable. It's understandable how they reacted, but it's wrong. The way feminism tried to have sexual liberation, because they figured men can have sex all they want to, why can't women? Well, that's true, but sexual liberation is not a good thing. Men should not be having sex all they want to, and neither should women. The same thing happened with abortion. Women felt that they were constrained into motherhood, so they decided to use abortion as a means to free themselves. At what cost? Now you're reducing the standard of life for every human being because, the human being has been brought down to this cell organism that can be aborted at your will. And that doesn't end just because it comes out of your vagina. And, abortion has been now used to manipulate people into this pro-choice spectrum where you have to be pro-choice or else, and even the pro-life is just a moderate, pathetic stance. And there's eugenics, and it's all over the place. Despite what Planned Parenthood might say, that they just believe in abortion, they don't believe in abortion of the wrong, undesirables. They do. They want certain people wiped off the planet. And, any black nationalist, any Hispanic nationalist, any Asian nationalist will tell you that. The point is, everything that feminism did to liberate the women from the clutches of patriarchy has only turned against them. It has only been used against them as all things are under capitalism. The problem with feminism is the problem with all nationalism. It can still be exploited by the market and most likely will. So, there's no point in clinging to these ideas of gender-based protectionism or race-based protectionism or religious-based protectionism, because all of those nationalisms will be used against you by the capitalists, by the bourgeoisie. They know what they're doing. They wouldn't be this powerful if they didn't. And that is something that, people don't want to get. So, do I blame feminists? No. I think feminism was a natural response to what women were feeling in the 1950s and 60s. But it is not right. It did not do a good thing, and it has only been used against man and woman. And, so it's wrong to say that feminism promotes hypersexuality and debauchery and whores, because it doesn't. Most women don't want to have sex. Most women do not want to be bound by that, constant struggle to be attractive and to be found appealing. They don't want romance. They don't want sexuality. They want what is rightfully theirs. They want good pay. They want to be able to do a job they like to do. They want to be constructive to their community, and they want to make the world a better place. That should be what humans' functionality is. That should be our main goal in life. Not to just fuck and to have kids and to live a dull, meaningless life of just working a dead-end job for some elite asshole to rule over all of us with a crown on his head and take advantage of all our labor, and he gets all the credit for it. He holds all the cards, owns all the land, holds all the power and authority, but we're the ones doing all the work. That's what I believe feminism was originally about, but because they got so wrapped up in worrying about how it was man versus woman, they forgot it isn't man versus woman, it's rich versus poor. And that's just my video for right now.